just here to show you if you're going to video and stuff, you want to get yourself a charger like this. And see, my video camera came with this one battery and that was it. Then I went to the store and I got a bigger battery because they said, oh, you know what, you can get bigger batteries. I said, you can? I said, yeah. Then I found out they got actually bigger batteries. I just put a big, see how tall that battery is? Look at that against this one. Or yeah, against this one here, and how wide it is. It's taller and it's wider. See how thin this was the one that came with the camera. So that was that, and then I got the next size up, which was this one. And then I got those, and I ended up getting these. I got 3 of these, and I got the charger too, so I put these on the charger. And see, that one was really low. This one's charging up. You got to have extra ones, because what I used to do is I didn't have these extra batteries, and then once I got the camera, it came with an extension thing that I could plug on the side of the video camcorder here. But then it had a cord and it had a little box on it, and then I would have to plug that into a wall, find an electrical outlet, get an extension cord, plug it on here, tape it to the side of this when I put this up high, and all that good stuff. So, you know, get the right stuff and get yourself some extra batteries. Okay, so now I'm gonna work. I just worked on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this one now. Same way. I'm not doing anything tricky. I left that screw out because I was tightening these by hand initially, because I thought this door was fine. So I had one screw that was stripped, that the threads were just spinning in there. And Momi's going up to the store to get me some longer screws. In the meantime, I could still fix this and keep working. You see how I'm not drilling straight, I'm drilling at an angle like that to get into the 2x4. That's why I've got to get it in here, plus it gives me more meat of the door jamb to work with. I don't want to get it out too far, because then I'd have to put it really at a far angle. So I try to keep the holes fairly close to this edge, so that but yet that I still have enough room to get the head in there without hitting the edge of the wood. You know, the surface of the door jamb, right? Got that on high, I want it back on low. That last little bit is what really sucks that. Can you imagine this section of the wood pushing in a little bit further, and that kind of will allow the door to move. Okay, that looks good. I'll get my hinge back in there. Now you don't see all that. Okay. Idea is you get all done, and it looks like, I mean, I've been working on this door for a while, but once I get done with this door, when you come back and anybody looks at it, they won't even know I did anything to this door. And I was able to adjust it and do all kinds of stuff to make it fit better. Okay? Now, I'll just keep the video camera running, no tricks or anything. I know you don't like any tricks. Okay. I still got nice, it didn't really suck that end, and that's good. Looking at that, and that's allowing that to kind of close up a little bit. It didn't close up as much as I wanted. And this is still this is still hitting. I know I'm gonna have to ream that out, but at least now, when I ream it out, I'm not gonna have to ream it out 1/4 of an inch and get into the head of the screw. Maybe I only have to ream it out 1/16 of an inch here. Okay, and how am I gonna do that? Well, I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, man, I'm getting tired working on these doors, but hey, Joe's got to do what he's got to do. So before I ream that out, I'm gonna look at this door one last little time. That's why I need to get up high on this. I'm up like 3 feet up off the ground, and yet I still have this to control myself with, because these doors are 8 foot tall, and I don't have to get a 6-foot ladder in here. I like to use this. It's good in the kitchen too and everything. So I look at this. My gap here is just a little bit bigger than it was before. I don't want to really move this any closer to the edge here, I don't think, because if I do, this gap's going to get way bigger, and I don't really need that, okay? So I'm looking at this overall door, and I think I've got everything as good as I can get it, other than reaming out this strike plate, okay? I've got that pushed that over. Did you see that? How this gap here is bigger now, see? If you play the first part of this video, you'll see that this gap was smaller. And look at this thing here. I'm looking at that, and it's all loose. And these are the kind that you just tighten up by hand. It was almost out. See that? Oh, jeez. I didn't just set that up to do that. See, it's kind of sprung a little bit. I could nip that off, but I'm not going to. And there's a little hole in the bottom of this thing somewhere. You'll see it'll be here, or depending how you mounted this, before you tighten that hole could be there, over here. And so it's there. And then you just spin this on, twist it on, and tighten it. You know, get it in there as tight as you can. There, see? That's fine, fixed with that. That's how you fix those. I like those, and I ended up getting an extra one of those. See how some of them you can get like this. They're this diameter all the way. I don't like using those. I like this fat one because it goes fatter. It's a lot stiffer. It's bigger in diameter. And those other ones, if the straight ones has a little screwed thread on it, and you have to drill a hole into the door, then you have to take your pair of pliers and tighten that thing up and hope that that thing doesn't break off and snap off. This one you just, you know, before you do it, you know, this thing was unscrewed before. Now I can't hardly get it off because I got it on there so tight, nice and tight, like it's supposed to be. But then you undo that, and then from the store you just screw that in with the Phillips screwdriver, and then you attach this to the end of it like that. You know, nice and easy. If you can't unscrew that after you get it on, you could pop this off, this end, and then take a long Phillips screwdriver through there and then loosen it up that way too. Whatever. But to tighten it up initially, put this little piece on first. Okay? Then screw it in just like I showed you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to fix this. We're going to take a reamer bit. I'm going to take the top edge of this. It's still hitting. Just the top little bit of that right there. I'll take a reamer, I call it a reamer bit. And that's coming up right now. So a reamer bit, what's a reamer bit, Joe? I went to the store, and this is what I ended up getting. This is a reamer bit. I'll pull them out of the package here in a minute. There's little nibs on them, and it's designed to take, just shave off little bits of metal. And I use these for strike plates. You can use them for other things too, but I usually get one. See how this one's round at the bottom? I usually try to get one that's a cone shaped. It's small. It's a little bit smaller in diameter, and then it goes down to a point almost. I like using those, and they didn't have them at the store, so I got these. And the reason why I got it, I like them for a point, is because then when I ream this out, see how this is kind of tight in there, and over in this edge, I can't very well get this big fat piece in there, but I may not have to because it may only be up at the top that I'm concerned about. But again, it could be affected on this edge here too. So I might have to go up with that. So this, like this Reamer bit might be too fat. I'm gonna try it and see. And I thought, well, let's see what else could I come up with. And I looked the Dremel, these little Dremel attachments. I just got these, and I tried this once before, and they don't really last very long. It's really not designed for this. This was for grinding stone. Okay, see the little tip, how it goes bigger down to nothing? Well, sometimes you can get these like that, depending which store you go to. I wasn't going to drive around to 5 different hardware stores at the time. Okay, so I got what I could. Here's another one. This one here says chainsaw sharpening stone. So this is for metal, I would say, okay? And see, these are a smaller bit. I might even be able to get in there with that and try that. So these are some of the things I'm gonna try. And I'm gonna start on that and work on that right now.